welcome back to the show. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA Beefegan Presents. We are live on the podcast broadcast. Myself, Mari, and Weirdo. And it's good to have you back, Weirdo. We got a lot of fun stuff to get to here. Let's start off with another round of surveys. Now, I accumulate these surveys throughout the week. This is our way to keep our finger on the pulse. Because, here, we like to finger the pulse consistently, just to know how you feel as a society. With that said, let's talk AI first, okay? And hopefully your future doctor isn't using ChatGPT to pass their exams, because this is a pretty startling survey here, study. AI chatbots are misdiagnosing in over 80% of early medical cases.
Are you serious?
80%, yeah. I mean, that's where we're at now. I mean, I'm sure it will eventually get better. But again, with what we found with AI, especially programs like ChatGPT, is it regurgitates a lot. Yep. And, it's basically giving you the information you're giving it. And if you're giving it dumbass information because you be the dumbass, eventually you'll dumb down your ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's great. What?
Scary.
Yeah. You got a concerned face. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I still haven't done the ChatGPT thing though, so it's like I'm safe there, but I could see it just not being good.
Yeah, I know, that's good. Well, speaking of ChatGPT and AI in particular, one person who's a proponent against it is Billy Corgan. He just recently said in a podcast interview that using AI to create music is like making a deal with the devil. His quote says, "We're flirting with the thing that will destroy us as an economy, as a business, and as a movement." Mm-hmm. I will say this, as far as AI music is concerned, it is soulless, and you can't necessarily replicate the actual soul and emotion. I mean,
the human experience is lacking there. And one of my favorite authors, Brandon Sanderson, I've talked about before, he actually did a whole dissertation on this for ChatGPT or AI writing books. Right? Like you can't, again, this resilience thing, right? Like ChatGPT is not going to give you resilience and experience and the push through of really getting the details right in something. It's just, again, it's throwing out regurgitation.
Right. And which is good news for us, and here's another good thing I saw as far as a headline is concerned. It's called a boomerang effect that's happening right now with big companies. Obviously, they've laid off a lot of people because of AI. Well, a lot of those companies are now starting to hire those people back because they do still need people. And if that's a trend that continues to grow, that's good news for us, because we don't want to all be jobless, just slaves to the AI overlords. Let's continue here. 50% of American workers have used AI at work, though, and that is up from 27% 2 years ago. So it is growing in popularity for sure. And I'll be fair, honest, I use AI at work. It helps me organize my stories and piece them together. But that's where it stops.
Again, it's good as a tool, not as the whole job.
Right, exactly.
Right? And first of all, doctors have access to, I can't remember the name of the website, but it's literally this website that tells them anything.
Yeah.
It's it is their Wikipedia, you know what I mean? Specifically for medical stuff. So why isn't he using that and using chat? That sucks.
I know. All right, well, let's move on into other non-surprising things. A poll on how to wash yourself asked the question: when you wash yourself in a shower, what do you use? Mari?
Body wash.
Body wash, but with your hands or a washcloth?
My hands.
Okay. What about you, Weirdo?
I'm a poof and use a loofah.
Oh, yeah. See, I use a loofah too, Yes.
Yeah, I feel like I need a little bit, a little scrubby. Like I need some exfoliation.
Yeah. We're shaming you right now, but luckily you're in the majority. A poll on how to wash yourself found that 50% of people say they just wash themselves with their hands. Another 31% say they use a loofah, and 17% say they use a washcloth. I think a washcloth is outdated.
But how many people are using other people's hands to wash them?
Oh, well, I mean, for you got 3 sets of hands. So you're like driving through one of those automated car washes.
Yep.
We don't all have that, I'm self-serve car wash. It sucks. I don't know, if what side of the fence I lean on for this one, but according to a recent survey, 19% of Americans believe they're basically psychic. And Gen Z is most likely to say so at 30%. Jesus. Now, I do have a nickname in Beef Stradamus.
You do.
I have predicted things in the past. I do have that ability, but I don't necessarily consider myself psychic. I actually kind of wish sometimes I was a little psychic, but not too much
Just
psychic.
A smidge.
Yeah, just a smidge.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't. I feel like that would. I feel like there's many movies out there that went into the problematic issues of being psychic. So I'm good.
So you don't like to see things coming? Is that why you close your eyes?
I'm all wait for it.
more than ever before, Americans are putting their pets on the same level as their human family members. It's a trend called pet humanization. And new numbers show that a whopping 69% of millennials and Gen Zers view their pets as family members, not just animals kept for loving companionship. And the thing is, with humanization comes the increased spending to take care of them, with more and more disposable income being dedicated to their pet and pet insurance.
Good.
You like this?
I do, because do you know how many times I get really, really mad when people who should not have animals have them, and the animal's just suffering, right? Like, they don't go take them to the vet, they're not bathing them, they just kind of leave them out in the yard. Like, that infuriates me.
Okay.
Like, understand responsibility and maturity wise what you can handle and not handle.
Okay.
Just because you want the kitty. Like, shut up.
All
Makes
right.
me mad. I've got a lot of hot takes this morning.
She came in hot. She's making up for lost time for sure. And finally, in survey says in a new poll, most people say they're using their tax refunds responsibly. If you got a tax refund, what would you spend it on, Mari?
Oh, bills.
Bills. That's responsible. What about you, weirdo?
Same thing. I would, when I used to get tax returns, not anymore. Yeah, again, it would be catching up on bills, paying down some debt. You know, maybe something a little fun in there, but mostly responsible.
Oh, travel.
I spent my tax refund 100% on Rocket Point. I'm wildly irresponsible fiscally. 33% are putting it into their savings account, 20% are paying down their debt, and 6% are blowing it on splurges like cocaine and hookers. And there is your survey. Says we're keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. We got your beef of the week, which is the president versus the Pope, coming up next. Keep it right here. Rock 102.1 KFMA.
Rock 102.1 KFMA.
Clear. Oh, that was loud on the stream.
A
Sorry
little
about
loud.
that. Yeah.
Wake up.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. And yes, we're live here on the podcast broadcast early. I am going to be giving away a 4-pack of wristbands for the Pima County Fair. Or speaking of fair, are you joining us for Chevelle Night or no? That's next Friday.
No, I'm going to be in Sick New World, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We leave for Vegas. So we're going to Electric Callboy on Sunday.
Yes.
And then working Monday through Thursday. So we still have to go to work Monday morning. And then Friday we leave for Vegas. And we're staying at Circus, which is fantastic because you leave the hotel and then the line to get in is right there. So
right.
Yeah, we are stoked.
Our friend Merritt's going to be there as well. She was asking for KFMA passes, try to work a hustle, which I'll try to get them for you as well. Not that they work there, but
like press passes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's just a way to kind of work a gimmick and try to shoot some content. She's going to shoot some content for us as well.
Nice.
But yeah, I'll definitely see if you two should link up. Merritt is amazing. You'd love her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Sleep Theory is going to be there. I thought about reaching out to them.
Yes, absolutely.
And being like, just say, hey, what's up? Not necessarily yes, it's cool to get backstage and all these things, but we are very much there. It is band after band after band that we're seeing.
Yeah. Starting
at I think the first band we want to see is at noon.
Right.
And then it is straight on to midnight.
On Friday?
Saturday.
Oh,
right.
Saturday. So it's one day only.
Right.
What time are you driving on Friday then?
We're gonna we want to get to the hotel at check in at 3. So we can go hit up the pool and then I've heard really good things about Circus's steakhouse. So we are actually not taking food. We are eating out the entire time.
Nice. Yeah, treat yourself.
Yeah.
Real quick, I just got a random comment here. What does this content involve? Today's show involves an interview with Electric Callboy, movie reviews and reactions to trailers with our film critic Herb Stratford, and segments that we do here live on the radio in Tucson, Arizona. So thank you for joining the stream. In fact, actually, speaking of segments that we do, earlier this morning, we did our F My Life. And in case you missed it, it went like this. Check it out.
Fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600 KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yo! Oh, forgot my whole spiel. It's Friday, dude. Yes, it's time for another edition of Your FI Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to me at beefegan@kfma.com, subject line FML. But of course, if you have an FI Life you care to share on the air, and give us a call at 600-KFMA. That's 600-5362. And if Mari and I agree your life is F, we'll hook you up with a pair of tickets so you can see Wage War live at the Rialto Theater on Tuesday, April 28th.
Wow.
It's a show that's right in our own backyard, and hopefully we'll get Wage War in studio that morning, too.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, because that's a Tuesday.
That's a my
You would
day.
be here. All right, let's get into our first email. A lot of ladies today. In fact, actually, I think all ladies today. So our first email sent to me by Kayla. Kayla said, my friend got an engagement ring. She's been with her boyfriend for 2 years, and it started as a one-night stand. Whenever I have one-night stands, the only thing I get left on is red. No, only thing I get is left on red.
Yeah.
That's my life. What do you say?
Yeah, because like you want that engagement ring, I guess, and you're just not getting the person.
Yeah.
But I mean, your friend might not have a great relationship. They could be rushing to the altar.
That's true. You have an FML. What's your name?
Patrick.
All right, Patrick. What's your FML?
Man, I've been trying to win those Wage War tickets all week, and I called in. You answered the phone. You couldn't hear me. I got hung up on.
Oh.
Yeah, but that sounds like Big Baby, because what was up with your phone, man?
I don't know, man. I was bummed out, though.
Oh, that's an FML big time.
All right, Patrick, stay on the line. I'm going to hook you up with Wage War tickets, okay?
Yes!
Yeah. It is Friday. It's a feel-good Friday. We're trying to hook you up. Stand by. All right, next email sent to me by Danielle. She said, I tried to casually check my boyfriend's phone while he was in the shower. I actually turned on the volume all the way up and opened the video, and he yelled from the bathroom, why is my phone screaming? It's weird. Okay, we'll move forward.
Big baby.
Yeah, big baby. All right, next email sent to me by Sabrina. Sabrina said, the creepy skin guy at the mall with the heavy accent asked me if I was pregnant. When I said no, he replied, oh, too many donuts then? Have my life. What do you say, Maury?
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. You ever get that?
I've done it on the other end. I asked them if they were pregnant.
Yeah.
And they weren't, and it was mortifying. So, like, I just see how it like could be bad.
Right. Patrick, you say that's enough, my life?
I do.
Okay, there you go. It's good. He's paying attention. All right, next email sent to me by Oliver. He said, I tried to impress my date by saying I love hiking and being outdoors. 5 minutes into the trail, I realized I wore completely the wrong shoes. I spent the rest of the hike sliding down rocks like a baby deer. All right, that's my life for the non-outdoorsman, Oliver.
Yes.
All right, yeah, I mean, that's a date fail. I just hate that a lot of dates are like, let's go hiking. It's like, how about we talk instead of me just being winded the entire time? I'm not a big hiking on a first date guy, even though I have done it several times. And it is, I guess it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good testament to like your fitness or your. Like,
that's what it is. It's basically just testing your sex cardio is what it is. Be like, are you going to gas out within 30 seconds or are you going to be able to take me to Pound Town?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's fair. That's fair.
It's so boring too. So if you can like withstand hiking, you can withstand a lot of things. It's a good test.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah. I've been doing the treadmill pretty good.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. So it's Pound Town. Here I come. Final off my life for the day sent to me by Tara. Speaking of which, she said, Beef, I had my hair done for the first time in 3 years. I loved it. My boyfriend told me I looked like his ex. Ugh. That bothered me. What bothered me more, though, was how fast he finished when we had sex later that night.
Oh, no. That's a double whammy, FML.
Yeah, F my life. Well, let's ask Patrick on that one. Is that F my life, dude?
That's definitely an FML.
Yeah. Mari, you agree?
100%.
All right, there you go. Yes, Tara, absolutely F my life, but I'm sure your hair looks really good, so congratulations on that. Let's hit the reset. We got another round of Ask a Conspiracist, plus Hollywood headlines, all that more coming up next on Beef Eagle Presents. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right, we're back here live on the podcast broadcast, getting ready for our Beef of the Week and then confession session. And then we should be joined by Nico and Kevin from Electric Callboy, who we've had on the show before and got to hang out with backstage at the Van Buren. They're doing a show this Sunday at Arizona Financial Theater, so they continue to just level up
Right. They went from an 1,800 person venue to 5,000.
I know. It's great. It's so happy for them because they couldn't be nicer guys, dude. And their music is just on fire right now. So, and then we'll probably even have an appearance of Tank. Like he'll probably set it up for him just like last time. Was that Tank? So. Tank the Tech, and who is YouTube famous and does great content as well. And he is the tour manager for Electric Callboy and just moved to Germany.
Yep.
Because of his lucrative new position, and it looks like he's loving it. So I hear good things about Germany from people who do move there, right? I've known a few Americans over the years that jump ship, if you will. All right, so let's get on the air here. Speaking of which, Rock 102.1 KFMA, welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It's time for your Beef of the Week. The Beef of the Week this week is the president versus the Pope. I'm sure you've been seeing this in the news a little bit, right?
Goodness.
Yeah. Because this feud is of, biblical proportion. When your beef escalates to Vatican City, it's gotten serious. Now, what started this? President Donald Trump recently took shots at Pope Leo XIV, criticizing the Pontiff's positions on crime and foreign policy and calling him weak in a very lengthy social media rant. The president basically said that he doesn't want a pope who criticizes U.S. military action or foreign policy decisions. He wants his pope to be badass. He doesn't want no pussy-ass pope. It's like, man up, throw them fists, things like that. And now, of course, I'm paraphrasing. Those aren't the exact words that he said yet. But keep an eye on that True Social, and maybe he will quote me. It's kind of wild considering the Pope's job description is literally global moral authority. That's the Pope's job. Yeah. He's supposed to take the high road. That's literally like in the job description.
Yes.
Now, while visiting Cameroon, Pope Leo responded in a speech that sounded like it came straight from a medieval sermon. He warned that the world is being ravaged by a handful of tyrants who spend billions on war while people suffer. He also condemned leaders who justify violence using religion and called for a major shift towards peace and justice. How dare he? That's crazy talk now.
I mean, it's crazy because it's a pope saying, please don't use religion to justify war.
Right.
That has not been the Catholic Church's stance for a couple thousand years.
I know, and that goes for all religions,
Right.
Really. And I think that's something most would agree with. And then while he didn't name the president directly in that speech, the timing wasn't subtle. Okay.
No, not even close.
Yeah. So why this beef is wild? Well, it's not just political drama. It's obviously the president of the United States versus the leader of 1.3 billion Catholics.
Yeah.
Right. So that's like the White House versus Heaven's HR department. So, what it looks like from the outside, if you're not following, and Trump on social media is saying terrible foreign policy, the Pope, war is immoral, Trump, you're weak. The Pope, bless you, my child. It's pretty much a paraphrase of sorts. What's crazy about this is, of course, obviously, Pope Leo is actually the first American-born Pope in history,
Yes.
Which is massive.
From Chicago.
And that's what makes the situation even stranger. So technically, it might be the first time America has ever had a domestic political feud with the Vatican.
Yeah.
And that's historic.
I mean, all these firsts. Firsts.
And for that, historically going down in history for all those reasons and more. And this is the beef of the week and potentially the beef of the year. And so I just wanted to catch you up on that. We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Be joined by Electric Callboy when we return. And we have the confession session coming up. So you can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan, or keep it right here on Rock 102.1. Oh, there you go. That's pretty epic beef of the week there.
I know. And then Vance saying tread lightly, or whatever he said. So goofy.
I know. It's like,
you don't let
Silly
JD Vance
circus.
meet this Pope.
I know. He got the
Killing
curse.
people.
That's the running joke for sure. And it's great. Vance has had a bad couple weeks.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, he has.
All right. How about we record a confession session while we're at it? All right. So let's just do it from, let's see. Let me get my music ready. As we got a couple minutes before we're joined by Nico and Kevin from Electric Callboy. Very orgasmic. I don't get to play this orgasmic music that often, which is unfortunate. I know.
Unfortunate.
I know, because it's literally labeled orgasmic. I appreciate that. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. And as you can tell by the music, it is time for another confession session from Weirdo. These are anonymous emails sent to weirdo@kfma.com. And then there you can get whatever secrets you've been keeping inside you off your chest. And, we'll help you. We'll help you heal, if you will. You got some emails?
I do.
Right.
And this first one really sounds like something like you would do.
Uh-oh.
It says, let me get back up to it. I used to fart in the cookie tin.
This is not something I would ever do. Just real quick.
And then quickly put the lid back on before leaving for work when my wife told me that her mother was coming over for coffee. You've never farted into a jar or tin or anything?
100% never.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I don't keep that kind of gas. I'm not obsessed with my farts. I understand that there people are, but I'm not that one, dude. I can't believe that you would think I am the type of person who would do that.
Really? You can't believe that people might think you might do something gross?
The fact that you would think that is hideous, and to do so in front of our guests is even more, aghast. Let's welcome our guests real quick because we're just on the stream right now. Welcome back to the podcast broadcast stream.
Hello. Hi, good to see you guys. Hi.
Hey, good to see you. First and foremost, we got Kevin and Nico from Electric Callboy. Congratulations on the last time we got to hang out and talk. You guys were on a tear, and you continued to level up. Last time you were in Arizona, you were at a 1,200 person venue in the beautiful Van Buren, and now you're coming back and you're going across the street to a 5,000 person venue in the Arizona Financial Theater, and I imagine that's how it is all over the place, right?
It's actually pretty crazy. Yeah. We went to the venue yesterday for rehearsal and preparing stuff, and it was actually pretty intimidating because I don't know, just from time to time you just have to pinch yourself and then just to realize what is happening right now.
Absolutely. And we have to think about the fact that we made this situation overseas, not home, like in Germany or whatever. It's in a totally different country, and we like to remember all the times when we were struggling to make it even to the next city of Casabralce, our hometown, and now we're here in Dallas, and we can't wait to kick off that tour tonight.
Oh yeah, no, it is amazing, and I know it's pretty much every band's dream to make it on the other side of the pond, whether you're here in America and you want to make it over in the UK area or vice versa, right? And so and to see it, because you guys obviously have had the love locally for years, but to see it continue just to multiply in such a short amount of time. Is fascinating as well, and right now you guys are such on fire that you just released a song yesterday in collaboration.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
yeah, Hypercharged, and that's with it's a mobile. There's a mobile game called Brawl Stars, so it's in collaboration of that, and immediately it blew up and broke the internet, and you got massive views.
Crazy. These guys are crazy. I can tell you. I knew the game before we got offered that collaboration because my nephew used to play it, and I was kind of into it. And that was 2 years ago. And when Brawl Stars reached out to us, it was like, I know that game, and they told us they would go crazy. But this is
that's the thing. I mean, we knew that game, but we didn't know that this one is actually that big. And once they asked us for that collab, we checked them out and we just realized
how big it is.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It feels like every kid from 12 to 18 is playing that game.
100. They told us 100 million active users.
That's crazy. Yeah,
my kid is
that's
one of
crazy. They like the story that Frank from Supercell, from Brawl Stars, he told us they can see where people reach out, where people play the games globally, and they had once one player play on a space station, the ISS. They connected from the ISS, so just to have a measure of how big the game is.
But the actual, the coolest thing that we noticed during the whole process was actually to see how great and kind that team is. It was actually so much fun to work with them, and they are so humble and so grounded. It's just
they are just some of us, we had some collaboration with corporates, and people that don't know what's going on. They are sitting in their fucking offices, you know what I mean? Like and yeah, we need some artists, you know.
Yeah.
But these guys are some of us, and we like that totally.
Yeah, and you felt that really in every minute and every second, because like they were like, hey guys, could you just write some lyrics, and there you have some hints, and they just sent us over a whole schedule with things that we could put in. Like that was not something like being forced to do something. It was more like, hey, just here's your creative freedom. Here's some notes of the lore, the whole Brawl Stars lore, and do whatever you like. And they just made some small adjustments after we finished it, and
yeah, we got introduced to the whole story of the character we introduced, you know, like Damien, the new character. Yeah, it was very fun. Very, very funny to dive into that topic.
Yeah, but the funniest thing was actually to just take a look after, I don't know, like 2 hours or 3 hours. Just we took a look on YouTube just to check out how good it performs, and we just saw it was over 3 million views already.
Sorry, you're at 8.2 million views right now in less than a day.
Yeah, it's crazy. Funny. It's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, but we know it's the gaming community, you know, like if we don't want to try to replicate it for the next song we're gonna get.
No.
Yeah. So you're saying that this was a genuine collaboration, and it wasn't them just saying give us a song. It was back and forth to kind of work and create the best song for this game together, which is great. We're gonna get on.
They actually.
Hold on, we're going to get on the FM side real quick. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Sorry to interrupt, but we are live on the air here with Nico and Kevin from Electric Callboy, who are returning to the state of Arizona in grand fashion.
They are indeed.
This Sunday at the Arizona Financial Theater. And we're just catching up with the guys who just released a single yesterday called Hypercharge in collaboration with the massive mobile game Brawl Stars. So continue. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I lost it. It was.
No, you know what? That makes sense because I did reset so hard. But yeah, welcome back to the show, guys. I'm super stoked about this. Yeah, as we pull up this video again, we talked about how this song in collaboration and how massive this game is, which is insane. And most people over the age of 30 didn't even know existed, right? But 100 million. I mean, Mari, you say you know because you have young boys who actually play it. 100 million people around the world play this game, and so within I think anyone who has social media can relate to this. If you post something and you want to see engagement, so you refresh to see how it's going. Every time Electric Callboy refresh,
it's another million views.
It's crazy, and we always try to not look at the numbers too much because on the one hand they are like an indication for how we don't wanna partner up with anybody, you know. It has to be we love gaming, we love connecting to people, and this was just natural. This felt natural, and but
most of all because like that character was actually, it just fits perfectly. Like that whole thing with getting wild after hearing a beat and stuff like that, and it just felt right.
The whole story of Damien, the character that we made that song for. It felt exactly how we feel before we go on stage, like very calm, you know. You like to concentrate on what's next, you know, and then the intro goes off and you just freak out on stage, and that's basically what happens to Damien, you know, when he hears the beat, and it felt very natural for us.
You know, they have ultimate energy. Go ahead.
And watching the music video yesterday, Nico, I must say the intensity in your eyes, sir. All the acting, all the emotion was in those eyes. Good job. Like, it was fantastic.
Thank you. With just because of the lights.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, any actor has his secrets, and Nico's secret is when he has serious situations like that to act on, he always remembers the last diaper he had to change back home, you know.
Oh yeah.
We're both daddies, you know, and like
now it's getting serious.
The diapers, you know.
The last time we talked to you guys 3 years ago, I believe you both had infants at home.
Yeah.
What's the update on that? Do we have more? How's Toddlerhood going?
Keep on producing.
Yeah, we're actually we both have a whole the Keller family at home. It's
no. We both have 2 kids, 2 boys.
Yeah.
We're trying to form the next generation, as you can see. Yeah,
Electric Callboy 2.0.
Got another band ready to go.
Yeah, that's great. You know what's great also with this collaboration, real quick back on that, it's just such a modern day evolution of the business, right? Back in the day, it was all about kind of getting on soundtracks of movies. These mobile games are the new soundtracks of movies, right? And so, it just continues in the same vein there. So congratulations on that. Yeah, you. So both of you have like basically toddlers and infants at the same time, right?
Yeah. 3 and 5 years old. On my side. Yeah. And he started to play soccer, which is very famous in Germany. So I'm very proud. I used to play soccer when I was a kid. And
yeah, my kids are 3 and 1. Yeah. And the 3 years old actually fell in love with playing drums, which is pretty annoying, I can tell you. But it's actually, I think it's the same for him. Whenever we are in a writing process and bringing new songs at home, the best way to get a good reaction of how good the that song is just played in front of the kids, and when they start dancing and they having a good time, it's actually a good one. And we know we can release it.
That's kind of a kind of a confession, but like a good hook, a good sing-along song has to be easy. It has to go easily into your ears. And if the kids like it, if the kids can sing along, I know that's gonna be a good hook, you know. So when the kids like the music, of course it's all about the production after that. But the kids liked Hypercharged a lot. Demanded it every time we were driving to the kindergarten, and up to a point where we didn't even like the song anymore. So
kids will do that to you.
It's sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, and also like my boys started playing Madden 26 not too long ago, and they start screaming at me, "Mom, Electric Callboy's on this soundtrack too." Is it Elevator Operators on there? Yeah, they were freaking out.
Yeah.
So
it's so cool. It's so cool.
Fantastic. Video games.
It's a big honor. I mean, these are the requests that we get over our management. For example, like some game wants to include you, and they were telling us like Madden, and I was like, of course that game is not that popular in Germany since we don't do the sports very often here in Germany, but we knew about Madden, of course, and to be part of the game with our song, it's crazy. It's really crazy to experience that.
Yeah, so no matter where you go, you're going to be able to hear Electric Callboy, you know, and it's been such a massive couple of years, and for the next couple of years seem like it's nothing but sky's the limit. You can catch Electric Callboy this Sunday, Arizona Financial Theater, as they bring their one-of-a-kind, highly energetic show to Arizona yet again. And we're going to continue to talk with both Nico and Kevin here on the podcast broadcast right after music from Green Day. You can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. Clear. Speaking of drummers, you had a drummer question.
Oh, well, talking about Frank and like the whole situation. First of all, it was during a music festival when David was sick, and you guys were just walking around and like, can somebody help us out? And he stepped up and he learned your guys' set in less than a day perfectly. And then it worked out so well that now he's your guys' live drummer.
Yeah,
definitely. He is. We actually became friends. We got to know each other pretty well.
It was a shock when David had to leave home, when he had to leave Australia, and it was in the middle of the night. We were totally jet lagged.
He told us in the middle of the night, like just a message, like, "Hey guys, I'm not feeling well. I don't think I can play tomorrow." And the next day or the next morning, I just remember that Ian, like Tank, you all know him as Tank, I guess. He was like, I know somebody who knows somebody. Let me just try something real quick. And then after a couple of minutes, he was like, "Yeah, Frank from Sum 41 would be down to play that set, and we could actually meet down in the hotel lobby to talk about it." And I think he had like 5 to 6 hours to learn the set. I don't know exactly the amount of time, but it was wild, really.
It was wild because like losing a drummer for that festival and like I don't want to say fortunately, but like Sum 41, Derek was sick at that time, so Frank was free, and but it was It was stressful. It was very stressful for all of us, but in the end, it was a great party, and we played a wonderful festival. And that's sometimes how fate works, you know.
Yeah, but that feeling of like sitting in Australia after a long flight,
panicking,
looking forward to that show, because like Kevin said, Sum 41 couldn't play, so we had that headline slot, like the slot of like, we just were the fill-in, and then we got that like that message from David, and I don't know, that was one of the worst and best days of our lives, I would say. And like,
oh my God. And it was almost like it was meant to be, you know what I mean? It's one of those things that kind of magically fell in place. And it doesn't, let's not underscore the importance of a good tour manager, Tank the Tech coming in, saving the day like that. I mean, that was massive. When Frank came in and learned all your songs in one day, did you think, wow, he's really good? Or were you like, son of a bitch, are our songs that easy?
First of all, you need to say he's a professional. I mean, he's playing drums for so long. Plus, he never played in a metalcore band, so that was a whole new ground for him. That was not.
Oh, I bet he was loving it.
What he's usually doing. So he actually, and that showed how good he is, because it was not possible to play all the songs exactly like we recorded them. That's just not possible in that small amount of time.
Yeah.
So he made like his own versions of it, but
and it fit
like perfectly.
Yeah.
So that was the deal. Like, just play it as good as you can. He did even better. So
it was sometimes you when we played that set, it was like we turned around and like, that was different, but that was still cool.
Yeah.
You know, like we don't pay attention too much to the drums in general. Like, of course you have a beat, but like when there are new fill-ins or whatever, and we have to say, and when you see Frank like headed up, you know, like the Mohawk and punk rock, he's so well organized. He's so like, he's planning things, he's ambitious, motivated, he's practicing a lot. You wouldn't think that when you see him. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, but it's like, he's really professional.
Yeah, it's actually more like a businessman trapped in that body.
In a punk rock logo.
A plush costume.
Is that him right there? Yeah.
That is him.
Doing his thing. And you guys look great together on stage. Which
thank you.
Amazing. I don't know where this was shot, but look at that. That's just the type of crowd you're performing in front of now. It couldn't happen to nicer, guys. We're gonna get back on the air here and wrap things up with you, and talk about Sunday's show a little bit more and the next album, Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Hanging out here with Kevin and Nico from Electric Callboy, who, again, Hypercharge is a new song that they just released here that you could hear everywhere on YouTube, and we're streaming everywhere. It's in collaboration with a game that your kid has been playing for a couple years called Brawl Stars. and it's just like, it's the perfect Electric Callboy song as well. So, and it's all hype. And you guys have been working on this new album. You got a new album that you're set to release this August, correct?
Yeah,
that's right. True. Finally, we want to say, because we've been busy the last couple of years, and being on tour sometimes doesn't fit together with writing new songs. You know, like we have always been a band that needs some time in the studio, like come down, you know, like really concentrate on what we're doing. And I know when you're a touring musician, you have to deal with the situations you're in, like being in a hotel room, for example, and recording some ideas or whatever. But we were never good at this, you know. But that's part of the reason why it took so long.
This time we actually had to.
Yeah, but deadlines, sometimes deadlines help you, you know, like to finish things. And we were kicking each other's asses, and then we got back to the studio. And to be honest, we had some like all the songs that were released on that record already. They are good, and we love them, and they have been established on stage already. Yeah. But I have to say the songs that we wrote during that last period are also some of our very our favorite songs on the album.
I actually would say like the most favorite song on that record was the last song we have written. So yeah,
can't wait for that. It's a pretty heavy song that we're gonna release later, but it's one of our favorites, to be honest.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, we only got a couple more minutes here, so if you got some speedy questions you want to throw out there real quick before we let Kevin and Nico get ready for their show in Dallas tonight. They're just kicking off their North American tour, back again after 3 years, just dominating the world wherever they go. Brand new drummer, the Frank from
I know, right?
New record. I mean, new kids. You know, I'm so happy for you guys. All this success couldn't have happened to a better group of guys.
Seriously.
And
thank you,
the art
Thank
that
you
you
so
guys
much.
are bringing is just so good, so energetic. You know,
Thank you so
positive
much.
and aggressive at the same time. It's beautiful contradictions, which I just love, and I think that's the beauty and the art of like a metalcore.
Right.
So go ahead.
Right. I mean, it just basically just like, welcome back to the States, guys. I'm stoked for Sunday. I will be there, and I'm doing the cringy thing. I am wearing your Pump It shirt today.
Nice.
The
It's
bunny.
not cringy at all.
We love it. You know,
It's cringy, but come on.
it's people.
Shirt.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, in Germany, these outfits have gotten so big that people even can wear it for applications for a new job interviews and stuff. This is. It's a good reputation in Germany, and
I
thank you.
get so many compliments at it at the gym and everything because it's a bunny, like weightlifting. Like, come on.
It is a great weightlifting shirt. In fact, actually, your song "Pump It" might be the only metal song that makes people want to lift weights. Which actually I disagree with. What's the most ridiculous thing someone has told you that they did while listening to "Pump It"?
Well, guys, honestly, thank you for your kind words. First of all, it's
but didn't get the question correctly. Like what the weirdest thing was that people did while they were listening to Pump It?
Yeah. Did anyone tell you like, oh, you know, I did this, or I was trying to like max a bench and like tore my pec, or you know, like what's, you know, people, when fans tell you they listen to their music while they're doing something in life, what's a story that may have stuck out with you?
Well, the coolest thing, I can't remember like hearing stories of like funny gym stories or something like that, but I remember that a lot of people send us like choreographies where they danced and did like all the things that we did in the Pump It video all together in that outfit. And wearing wigs and stuff like that. And a couple of people send us videos of like performing that song in a whole new choreography. That was actually super funny.
And that's one of those cool stories. Like, I mean, in general, that our art that we do, that we create at home, makes people do their own art in some way. You know what I mean? Like when we meet people along the way that have created stuff, like that drew some pictures, or they dressed up in a certain way, and when they get together at an Electric Callboy show, it's a big get together of people that want to have a good time, you know, and this in general is crazy all over the world. No matter if we are in the States or in Australia, Japan, these stories exist everywhere, and that makes us very proud. Yeah, you're inspiring other art, and even just a group of friends that get together and choreograph together. Because once you do it, you realize the bond that it creates. Like, I never danced with my bros before, but once we got it down to a song, that's what it's for. Yeah. Well, can't wait to see you when you come to town here on Sunday, and I wish you the best of luck and the most fun in conquering America. Thank you so all much. Over on this tour. And when you release the album, we look forward to hopefully talking with you again and being able to please, yeah. Absolutely. So thank you so much. We're going to hit the reset here on the FM side. Keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan.
I actually forgot that we were on the FM side, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't just start dropping F-bombs. I do that sometimes.
You
know?
do.
Yeah.
Oh, but thank you so much for the solid Brawl Stars song. I'm so excited to like play that for my kids because they already like the what's it called? Dragon? It was Dragon Force. You see that on the
Dragon Force was
Yeah,
the last one.
Dragon
Yeah.
Force did
We
the
love
song for
that
another
one.
character reveal. Yeah.
So we didn't tell you, but our screen is
Completely frozen.
frozen.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Well, we can
Yeah.
see on our side pretty
Yeah.
good. But that's all
Yeah,
right. 'cause
but for half of the interview, like the whole time.
But when we like, maybe you showed something to us, and we were like,
Yeah.
I did.
my t-shirt.
I was able
Yeah,
to
we just-
show the
We
T-shirt.
just
and
thought the show must go on.
Yeah.
Wow,
Right.
you guys are professionals, so I would never have known that it was frozen.
Yeah.
yeah, but anyway, but anyway.
You're good. Well, yeah, and you'll see it on the playback. It looked really good, and then they couldn't even tell that you couldn't see some of the images we were showing you. But like I said, yeah, it's fantastic catching up with you guys. Love it, and can't wait
Thank
for
you
the
so
new
much.
record. Yeah, we'll
That was
talk
fun,
to
guys.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, picking up our laundry now and going to the venue, getting ready, and can't wait to see you guys then in a
yeah.
couple days.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Absolutely. Have a
Yeah.
great show. Kevin and Nico, everybody. Electric Callboy, check them out. That new song is fire. Oh, they're still there.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Earlier this morning, we did another round of Ask a Conspiracist. In case you missed it, it went like this. Check it out. Rock 102.1 KFMA. And it's time for another edition where we break down the real news and give you the really real news. All right. We read between the lines for you, just in case you don't know how to. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another edition of Ask a Conspiracist. What's some real news that caught your attention this week here, Maury?
All right, the U.S. government is launching a system called CAPE,
Mm-hmm.
CAPE, to refund more than $166 billion in tariffs that were ruled unlawful by the Supreme Court.
Okay. Yeah. The Supreme Court.
Yeah.
The Republican Supreme Court ruled the
Yes.
tariffs by this president as unlawful. That was them
They
saying that.
did.
Okay.
Over 56,000 importers have already registered to receive refunds. I know Costco, I think, said that they were going to give their refunds back to the customers.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll believe when I see it, and I won't see it, so I don't believe it. Now, the government giving money back. Yeah. Yeah. That's what they do. This never happens unless something much bigger is going on. So this isn't a refund. It's literally a distraction payment. See, the government knows Americans are about to notice something strange.
Like what?
Well, prices are about to go up again. So they're releasing billions in refunds to businesses so companies can pretend like everything is normal. And, that money doesn't stay with the businesses either. It disappears into things like executive bonuses, mysterious consulting fees, corporate strategic retreats in
Yeah.
Cabo.
Yeah. Yacht
Strategy.
parties.
Yes, dude. Meanwhile, consumers see literally none of it. The government calls this program CAPE, but that's just code. You know what it stands for?
What?
Corporate Appeasement Payment Experiment.
But we're not getting appeased if we're not getting paid.
I know. Well, these tariffs were illegal, but somehow the prices never went down.
Yeah.
So don't worry. People are going to get paid. Americans are going to get paid, but it's the same ones that always get paid, Maury. And that ain't us.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
sad.
Yeah. Anything else catch your attention?
Yes, a Chevron executive suggested that one way for Americans to deal with high gas prices is to simply drive less.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Thank you, Chevron executive. I had no idea.
Drive less. Yeah. No. Next, he's going to tell us to eat less food if groceries get expensive. Here's the reason that he said it, though. Gas companies are secretly testing a new economic model called the blame shift.
Okay.
Yeah. Instead of lowering prices, they convince consumers that the problem is you. They're literally gaslighting you. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, they're inventors of that. The gas too expensive, you're driving wrong. Electric bill too high, you're breathing too much air. Grocery bill too high, you're eating too much, fatty. It's on you. Right? Now, pretty soon, oil companies will roll out their next innovation. You pull up to the gas station and the screen says, maybe you should have walked. Gas
Can you
company.
imagine? I would punch that screen in its stupid little screen face.
I know. Well, it's coming, so don't worry. Gas companies don't want to lower prices. They just want to lower your expectations.
That checks out.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything
Rude.
else catch your attention in the news?
Yeah, some pilots being silly. Recently released tower audio captured pilots from Delta and American Airlines, which might merge. That's not good. making cat and dog noises at each other while flying, the air traffic controller had to step in and tell them to act like professionals.
Yeah,
They're
actually,
flying people in the sky.
I'm sure I got the audio. I'll pull it up here a little bit later. But you think it was just two pilots being immature?
Seemed like it. Silly.
Absolutely not.
What?
No, it's encrypted communication.
How?
This is the way. I mean, you ever heard of like wind talkers? I mean, it's the same thing, but with animal noises.
Like, what does one bark mean?
Well, look, I'm not a pilot, but commercial pilots are secretly trained to use animal noises as coded signals during flights. And why? Well, that's because air traffic control channels are constantly monitored. So instead of saying things like possible mechanical issue, they communicate using wildlife. For example, a bark means turbulence ahead.
Oh.
Meow means a runway delay. Chicken noise means passenger doing something weird in the bathroom, so on and so forth. If they hiss like a snake, it means they're wasted and the plane's been flying itself the whole time.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's why the controls get mad, because these two pilots weren't joking. They were having a very serious but coded conversation, and they messed up. They accidentally used house pet code instead of aviation wildlife code, which is a rookie mistake. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the passengers thought the pilots were joking. Meanwhile, the cockpit was basically running a petting zoo intelligence network. That's what they do.
Yeah, that checks out.
Thank you. See, now you feel enlightened?
So enlightened.
That's
Thank
what
you.
I'm here for.
Mm-hmm.
Just another reminder, never to believe everything that you read. You have to learn learn to read between the lines. And if you can't do that, don't worry. You can always ask a conspiracist.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning breath that sounds better than it smells.
Say what? What are you saying? We're back on the podcast broadcast stream as we're welcome film critic Herb Stratford. I'm going to get on with him here in a second. What were you asking, Mari?
Mortal Kombat.
What about Mortal Kombat?
There's a new trailer.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you want to see the new Mortal Kombat trailer?
Well, there's a new Mortal Kombat and new Street Fighter
We
trailer
watched-
as well.
Street Fighter is what I'm talking about. I'm
Okay,
not
no,
talking about
Yeah,
well, Emil and I got to watch the new Street Fighter and reacted to it on a podcast yesterday, and it was, good. The CGI looked like shit, looked terrible. Jason Momoa looks terrible, like the Hulk with Downs, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's the best way to describe it, legitimately. And now, of course, it's a trailer. The movie's not coming out till October, so hopefully they'll fix it. And I'm sure that my opinion is not alone in that. I'm sure there's a flood.
Like,
of
what,
people.
it's going to have like a Sonic the Hedgehog effect?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it does look like Cody Rhodes has a meatier part in it than Roman Reigns, which is interesting going into WrestleMania weekend.
He was dressed up as, I pronounced the
Guile.
name. Guile. Yeah, he was dressed up as him all day, like yesterday or the day before at WWE World.
Well, that's just geeky. You know what I mean?
He's such a nerd.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But not Herb. Herb's one of the coolest guys in the old Pueblo for the last 75 years. And
Not quite.
I know. How you
Not
been,
quite.
Herb?
I'm all right. Thank you. Yeah, no, doing all right. I was gone last week in Florida for
the Netflix.
a Netflix junket, and then the festival I programmed down in Vero Beach. So yeah, I was gone for a week. And,
Yeah. Now, is there anything that you loved while you were down at the Netflix junket?
Well, it was so interesting, actually. So there was only about a dozen of us that they brought in, like critics, right? So, a handful of us. And we interviewed the cast, and that's up on my YouTube channel. But what was interesting was we did the interviews, and then there was this reception. We were supposed to see the movie outside by the pool, and they had the pool all blocked off with all these inflatable sharks and all this stuff. And it was like, oh, that's going to be cool. Well, then a big storm started rolling in. So like, okay, we got to move it inside. But the party beforehand, like we're standing around me and a bunch of other old white guys and some other people of color, but we're standing around and like the room literally is 99% Miami influencers.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like super rail thin girls in like, sparkly, Claire, dresses,
Right.
and they're all posing in front of the, the step and repeat. And we're all just standing there going, how many critics are actually in this room? Like, oh, it's all Miami influencers.
It's like a prank, dude. You and 5 old guys, and then all the Miami influencers. That's so awkward and funny. I love that.
Ashton Kutcher just comes out behind a curtain. Like, pumped.
Yeah, exactly. It was a little bit and then the weird part was the movie's okay. So because Netflix
very nice of you to say.
Netflix keeps track, right?
Mhm.
So like we were all like, we have to watch the movie again. And it's like, yeah, if you leave, they're going to notice and then they won't invite you back.
Oh, wow.
So you got to sit there and watch it twice.
Wow. Rock 102.1 Camp, man. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents, hanging out here with film critic Herb Stratford to give us this week's reviews and let us know what's dropping here in theaters and on the streaming service. Good morning, Herb.
Good morning.
Let's start off right off the bat. We got a new mummy. Why do we got another mummy, dude? How many mummies do we need?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm a Mummy fan. I mean, I go back to Boris Karloff and Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy, and of course, Brendan Fraser. I'm a sucker for mummy movies. The real question is, how did Lee Cronin get his name in the title? Right? It's Lee Cronin's The Mummy. That's weird.
Okay, but so is this a continuation of Brendan Fraser's? No. Okay,
No,
so this is a throwback to the Monster World stuff?
Well, it's interesting. It's a total standalone, and it's also a contemporary story, but it's really not in Egypt, to be honest with you. The majority of it is not in Egypt.
Looks like it's in Arizona.
New Mexico. Very close.
All right.
So what happens is there's a guy, he and his family, he's an American journalist. He's working in Egypt. He's got a couple of kids, and his daughter goes missing, and then he gets transferred back to the United States. You know, fast forward 8 years later, they get a call. The daughter has showed up. Oh, well, she happens to have been found inside a 3,000-year-old sarcophagus. Okay.
Ugh.
So a little creepy.
Yeah,
and
slutty too, right?
She is messed up. Okay. If you watch the trailer, it is pretty darn freaky. And so anyway, this movie sort of becomes a mashup between a mummy movie and The Exorcist.
Ooh.
Okay, without giving away
Oh, God,
too
look at those
much.
toenails.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, the toenails are just
Yeah, you can watch along to the trailer, youtube.com/beefvegan right now, as he's talking about this. It does look gross. It's a Blumhouse. It's New Line Cinema. It's all these big names attached to this project.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this mummy's like a horror film?
Yeah, it's a horror movie, and it's very sort of body horror, right? So don't plan on eating while you're watching this movie.
No.
It's a little bit graphic.
So there's not going to be a popcorn bucket involved in this one?
If it would be like a foot with a toenail, you would not want to eat that. So anyway, this one, it's getting a little hate online right now. I think it's only like 30% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's a wild ride. I actually enjoyed it. There's some nice jump scares, and like I said, the mummy stuff, the little girl is just creepy as all get out. So this is pretty interesting to see what's going on. But yeah, it's a Blumhouse. So, and James Wan, one of the producers of all the Insidious movies, all this stuff. So it's got royalty attached to it. And I think it's going to do okay. People like The Mummy, right? And then we're waiting for Brendan Fraser's Mummy 4 coming out next year. So this will tide you over.
Do you think they're going to CGI Brendan Fraser to look skinnier?
I don't know.
That's a good question. Well, look, I understand that.
He's fat shaming is what
I'm
he's
not
doing
fat
right now.
shaming. As a guy who's been fat my entire life, I could talk about other fatties as well, right?
Well, because of the role he's playing, people are going to expect him to still be in shape and like all these things. But at the same time, like bodies age.
Yeah,
okay.
He's got a dad bod.
Yeah, he does.
By the way, has anybody seen his sons? My God.
I'm sure he's got good looking.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, he's got good genes, okay? Because we remember Casino Man. I mean, the reason why he was cast as Hollywood and a leading man, he was a good looking man, right?
Tarzan?
Yeah, absolutely. But, there's some genetical, baldness and stuff like that. And he did let himself go for a couple of years. Let's be honest. And that's exactly what happened. Then he got in the movie The Whale, and they're just like, you have to gain 15 pounds for this. He's like, got it, done. He did that, got critical acclaim, and now he's bouncing back. And he's having this incredible comeback. And, he's very, sensitive and a good man by all accounts. So I root for his success. At the end of the day, the mummy character and that leading guy is more active and going to be beat him up. And it's an action star movie, dude.
Okay.
And you got to look like you, walk when you do that. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to cast myself in the role of Brendan Fraser's The Mummy, so I could say that. All right, let's move forward.
Falling on deaf ears.
All right, so we got the return of the beautiful and talented Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway.
So this is Mother Mary, and this is one of my favorite directors, David Lowery, who did A Ghost Story and The Green Knight, and he's just a brilliant director. So this is the story. Anne Hathaway plays a pop star, right? Sort of I don't want to date myself by saying Cher,
Say
but
Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga, right?
Yeah.
And basically she ends up in this sort of beef with a former costume designer. So it's sort of a psychological thriller. Anne Hathaway does all of her own singing. She's having quite the year with Devil Wears Prada 2 coming out next month. And so...
Yeah, she kind of took like a little break, did she not? She
I feel like it.
Yeah, she stepped away from the limelight a little bit, maybe took some like indie roles, and then now she's back with a couple big blockbusters to reclaim her spot.
Yeah, so, and she always does a great job. I mean, she's my favorite Catwoman. I mean, she's just...
she's great. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's in theaters, Mother Mary.
And you watch it? What's the...
No, I didn't get to see that. They didn't give me a link. So
okay. What's the Rotten Tomatoes on that?
Oh, it's like in the 60s. So
all right.
It's not too bad.
You know, it's what is it? It's A24. You know, they always do good work.
Yeah, you know, and that also looks somewhat like a horror. What I mean, we're
psychological.
Psychological blood killing. That's 24/7 now, like every 12 months, with the exception of Super Mario Brothers. You know, like it's just every month.
It reflects the mood of the country.
I know, right?
No, that's what. Think about it, because these movies were being made about a year ago, right? And that's when things started going south. And now you're going to get another 3 or 4 years of this.
Wow.
So get ready, buckle in.
I mean, watching the trailer for Mother Mary, it reminded me a lot of like Black Swan, right? Like that psychological, like kind of. Unfortunately, the trope of like women kind of pitted against each other, but I think it looks fantastic, and the fact that like she is a really talented singer. People don't realize that, because she's had other roles where she is sang, and like and she did like basically a whole album's worth of songs for it.
Yeah, she's the type of actress that's like you know, done musicals and things, like classically trained. Stage acting and stuff. So and she's still beautiful. So yeah, I mean, it's good casting in there, and it looks like the trailer looked great, like a music video. So all right, that's good. Let's talk about a movie. I did see this movie. Now it's in theaters, but it's also on Prime. And it stars Mark Wahlberg. Talking about Balls Up, and
I saw the trailer for this the other day.
It's on Prime. It's Mark Wahlberg and Paul Walter Hauser, who is just so great. If you remember him from I, Tonya, everything else he's done. I actually interviewed him. It's up on my YouTube channel. He's just a funny guy. And he told the story of how Wahlberg basically FaceTimed him. He was in an airport waiting to go somewhere. He gets a FaceTime call from Wahlberg saying, "I got this script and I want to do it with you." I mean, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, that's solid.
So it's funny because this is Peter Farrelly, who's half of the Farrelly brothers. He's the director. So think something about Mary, Kingpin, you know, raunchy comedy, right? Although I will say Peter Farrelly directed Green Book, so let's not forget that. He can direct a real serious movie too. But this is not it. Paul Walter Hauser's character develops a new condom that actually not only goes over the penis, but over the testicles.
Yep.
And Wahlberg is the top sales guy at this condom company that's run by
Brad.
Yeah, Brad. Yeah. And they go on the road together. Mark Wahlberg's the big sales guy, and they end up in all kinds of ridiculous situations down in Brazil. Benjamin Bratt has a crazy role where he ends up being naked. I mean, it's
smoking crack. Yeah, I mean, it's that kind of movie.
Oh my God.
It is, like I said, I was watching it yesterday. It's that kind of movie where it's just all different types of levels of extremism and situational comedy.
Yeah, and then Sacha Baron Cohen shows up, and it's not for kids, Mari. Do not let your children watch this movie. But it's very funny, it's very entertaining, and Wahlberg cracks me up because he was like, "Oh, I'm just going to do faith-based movies," and then he does this.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
It's like, this is doesn't the Catholic Church not even agree with condoms? So I don't. It's really not very faith-based
or crack.
yeah, really. Or war, you know, any of those things. So yeah, Balls Up. It's on Prime. Check it out.
Yeah, okay. It said theaters too, so I was thinking, is this both?
I think it might have. I think it might have had a little bit of theater run just to, you know, whatever, but just to make Fairly happy. But it is on Prime. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Those are three.
It looks so funny.
Yeah, 3 new movies that you can check out. If you want a comedy, Balls Up is it on Prime. And then if you want to see Anne Hathaway do her thing and sing, and the suspenseful musical, Mother Mary, and then whatever the first one was, I already forgot.
The Mummy.
Yeah, The Mummy. That's not Brendan Fraser's Mummy. All right, Herb Stratford is going to be hanging out with us on the podcast broadcast. When we come back, we'll talk about some other series that are dropping on your streaming services. But you can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. Let's see. I want to do. There's 2 things. We did have a conversation with muralist Danny Martin.
Oh, nice. Danny's a friend.
Yeah. Of course he is. Because anyone that's locally famous, you know, you're in the know. You know,
he's a good guy. Danny's a wonderful.
He was
artist.
a great guy, and honestly, both Weirdo and Mari were kind of giddy to me because they both have Danny's art hanging in their house.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. So
An on-air commission piece.
Ooh.
Of Nick Cage's face.
That's great. And then what's the piece that you got?
From the All Souls procession from 2016.
Yeah, he knew that time. It was
I actually asked him, and he's like, no, that was 2016. So like, so I have the poster in our bathroom because we have kind of a Tucson themed bathroom, and then I've also got the shirt. Like I found it at a thrift store. I cut it out and I put it on the back of like my battle vest that's like all Tucson themed.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so
that's amazing. I think I have that queued up then to talk with Danny and show off the latest mural that he has, which is Tommy Lloyd and Lute Olson. So I do want to show that real quick, and we'll be back more with Herb and more. So stick around. Rockwell 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. In studio, very special guest, and you've seen his work all over Tucson. And right now, Mari is giddy because she's a fan. She's seen this man's work above her bed.
Yeah.
We have locally famous, well-renowned muralist Danny Martin in studio. Good morning, Danny.
Good morning back. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for coming on, dude. First off, I've been sharing your latest piece as it's beginning here all week long, right? And we actually have it pulled up so people will be able to see it on the podcast broadcast. If you get close to Corbett's, you will see a brand new all U of A super mural, right? You got two icons next to each other. Obviously, Lute Olson, the OG.
Iconic, yeah.
Yeah, the GOAT for sure. Next to the future GOAT, Coach Tommy Lloyd putting it together. Now, this is fantastic, Danny. Now, first and foremost, you're a U of A alum, correct?
That is correct.
And that's what brought you to Tucson?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, about 22 years ago, man. Moved out here, and Tucson's home, and I have a lot of love for the University of Arizona.
Yeah, so, and you're a big basketball fan then, too?
Oh, yeah. I love the Cats. We're a basketball town. I go to all the sports. I go to baseball, football, but basketball just hits different.
Yeah, it does. And when the team is good, there's a different energy throughout the entire city. Now, this mural is already looking fantastic, and it's huge. It's all on the side of a building. What building is this on?
Well, it's on 7th Street and 5th Avenue. It's on High Corbett Brewing Company, which could be confusing because it's right across the corner from Corbett's, but the pickleball spot.
Yeah.
But, go to Corbett's and have some burgers there, and where you're sitting, you can see the mural right across the street.
It's like catty corner,
so
right?
I go to Corbett's and Corbett's.
Yeah. Corbett's and Corbett's, dude. Yeah. When you get commissioned for a piece like this, who reaches out to you? Or was this something that was a passion project of yours that you wanted to do?
The answer is both.
Okay.
And it was commissioned by the person who owns the building and the business, but that's usually how murals happen. Is it's either the person who runs the business or the person who owns the building.
Yeah.
And almost always they hit you up.
Yeah.
And in this case, the general idea was UA basketball, and the idea for the image for the wall was completely mine in this case because I was inspired by Tommy giving Lute a shout out after the Big 12 championship.
Yeah, teary-eyed shout outs, just
it really hit
homage.
Me. It really hit me, man.
It hit us all, and it was just and it just elevated his perceived stock value in this city as the reputation of Tommy precedes him. Of being just this great stand-up guy and excellent coach, obviously, but to be a part of the legacy and want to be part of the legacy and move the legacy forward to pay respects to the one who initially started it all. Huge.
Like I said, I've been here 22 years, man. This is the first Final Four.
I know.
The first Final Four since I've been here. Mm-hmm. When I first came here, I caught the very tail end of the Lute Olson era when he was dealing with some health issues.
Yeah,
there was a really awkward transition, like with Kevin O'Neill suing the school,
right?
And Sean Miller, would say what you want about him, but and him not being on the mural is not a diss to him. To be clear, I've had
right. He was a great coach for the time.
He was he definitely helped steward in the brand. He definitely. I do want to give him credit for that. But we did just make our first Final Four in 22 years.
He's like, it's great, no, but there's a but, right? How long have you been a professional muralist?
That's, great question. I'll just say ballpark 15 years where that's been my exclusive thing. And I do other types of art, like I do illustrations, stuff, but murals are mainly what I'm known for, probably.
Absolutely. I mean, how many murals do you think you have around town?
If you count all the residential ones that you can't necessarily see, it's hundreds, man.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for, this town supports art.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things that makes it so unique and beautiful. We embrace our culture, and murals are such a big part of it.
People actually care here, man. That's not true everywhere.
That's true. Yeah. So how many then public murals that, the famous murals are yours that I
you know what?
recognize?
I honestly have no idea is the real answer. I've been told you can see them everywhere, but that's not true.
Yeah.
But probably mainly placed around the not necessarily downtown, but close to U of A, Midtown, stuff like that.
Yeah, if there was one, I know this is going to be a possible question to answer, right? Because each mural, of course, takes time, passion, and they're all your baby, right? What's your prettiest baby? Which one are you? Either one, if you were going to say.
The way I can answer this is the ones if I had like say I met another artist I looked up to and I had to just put my best foot forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say go by around 6th and Campbell, the giant one I have right there. And then and one that mainly because of where it's at, I'm really happy about is I actually have a mural on the UA football stadium.
Oh, yeah.
It's like right off 6th Street. It's like gate 6. And that one means a lot to me because, man, they even put a plaque up. It's a tribute, to Art Lupino, first running back in NCAA to get 1,000 yards.
Yes.
Number 22. And one of the coolest nicknames ever, the Cactus Comet. You literally can't beat that.
Yeah, you can't.
You cannot.
That's one of the
so
best.
Cool, man.
Yeah. Well, with this mural with Tommy Lloyd and Lute Olson, how long is it going to take you from start to finish? And when do you think it'll be done?
Well, I started Monday, and I'm actually hoping to finish tomorrow.
Nice.
Wow.
Man, I'm hitting the wall up right after I'm done here.
That's awesome. Yeah. And then it's so how many hours do you think you have put into a mural like this?
Oh, man. You know what? I can't really give you a BS answer on that. What I would say is it's not just the time painting it.
Right.
Man, all the time getting the idea, drawing the image up, doing like Photoshop mock-ups of the wall.
Right.
And then you do the layout, and then you do the paint.
All right, we had a cut off Danny Martin's interview there. We get on the air. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents, live on a podcast broadcast where you can watch along with us as we play some of these trailers. Let's talk about a Netflix series that I was told when it first came out by a colleague, Frank, saying, I hate this new show.
Which means I'm going to love it.
No. Well, he hates the new show because of the title of the show.
Oh.
Beef. Yeah. No, I didn't even get it. It was such a thing. I'm like, okay. Anyways, Beef season 2 is now dropping.
Yeah. So for those who don't remember, Beef season 1 was really about a road rage incident between Stephen Yun and Ali Wong.
Yeah.
And it just escalated into just absurd levels of revenge and pettiness, right? Where going into the other person's house, pretending to be a plumber and, flooding there. I mean, just like crazy stuff, right? So season 2, how do you top that, right? And so the way they top it is with a ridiculous cast that includes Oscar Isaac and Carey Mulligan, and also just the revenge and the craziness. I've only watched a couple episodes, but it is a wild ride. Basically, Oscar Isaac plays he's like the GM of a country club full of sort of douchey white people.
Yeah,
and his wife is Carey Mulligan, and she's an interior decorator. And the club gets taken over by a new buyer, and so everybody's really on edge about who's going to keep their jobs or whatever. And Carey Mulligan and Oscar Isaac, they're one of those couples that that fight. Right? They just scream at each other, they break stuff, and then they make up, right? It's just the way they process stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they get observed by Charles Melton and his girlfriend, his fiance, who both work at the club. They get observed in this crazy fight where golf clubs are being swung, and, just it looks a lot worse than it really is. They're seeing it from the outside of the house. So now they decide to blackmail Oscar Isaac and Carey Mulligan because they want, health insurance and they want other stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so then it just escalates from there with who's trying to blackmail who and revenge, and it spirals out of control, and it's just a wild ride to watch people behave poorly.
Yeah, that's awesome. And what's great about this season 2 is it's not a continuation of season 1. Yeah. So you could just start off with season 2. No one from season 1 is back for a returning cast. Yeah. No. So
I didn't. When I saw it, I was like, "Where's Ali Wong?" And then it dawned on me. I was like, "Oh, it's an anthology." Got it. Okay.
Yeah. That's what it's called. Anthology. Yeah. Well, I like that.
Baby, I've watched American Horror Story since day one, so I know about the anthologies.
That's immediately what I thought of when I started to see that. And this cast does look sick, So
amazing.
But it just carries the theme. And I'll tell you what, with a name like Beef, it's going to be one of the best things you see on TV or on YouTube.
Well, and I love this generation that we're in, right? Like when we were all growing up, you were either a TV star or you were a movie star. And if you were a movie star and you started doing TV, you failed.
Yep.
Where now it's just it's just interchangeable, like not a big deal at all.
Yeah,
which I really love.
They want to work, and I love the fact that Oscar Isaac is like, oh, I could do this series, 8 episodes, right, 8 hours, right, of content in the same time probably that it takes to make a movie, but it keeps him out in front. It's on a premier streaming platform, Netflix. It's being released by A24. He doesn't lose anything by doing that.
No. In fact, even with more and more people not going to movie theaters, this is the movie star, the new movie star. These 8-episode series, just extended movies, really, and the budgets are similar, right?
Well, and I'm sure creatively being able to explore roles that if they were just kept in their little boxes that they wouldn't be able to do. Like Nicole Kidman's like another example of that. Like she's done some weird ones. I will say that.
She's wrestling now, right? And that's,
yeah, we'll get to that. Margot's got money troubles.
That's what this is, yeah.
But yes, you're right. You're right. And I think that it's so great because as an actress, you always hear, oh, I just want to do my craft, right? Well, if you're doing a movie every 2 or 3 years, you're not doing your craft. No, you know what I mean?
Right.
You're just paying your manager and your agent, right? So at this point, these folks are smart and they're like, I want to work. Nicole's been in like 8 TV series in the last couple of years. I mean, she is so busy, and it's like good for her. Maybe that's why she's getting divorced, but good for her. I don't know.
Good for her. She's not happy in her personal life, but her professional life is on fire. Good for her. So let's talk about Margot. Got money problems because this immediately caught my attention, and they continue to roll out series that make me wish I know someone who subscribes to Apple TV.
I know.
And there is a professional wrestling connection to this, which is fitting because we're going to talk about WrestleMania here in a second. So, tell me about this?
Yeah, so it's based on a book, and there's an interview on my YouTube channel with the author and one of the producers. But it's based on a book about a woman played by Elle Fanning who is a college student. She ends up getting pregnant under some bad circumstances. She has to drop out and start doing OnlyFans to support her and her baby, right?
As you do.
As one does. But what's great about this is that it's about sort of a non-traditional family. So her family, her parents are divorced. Her dad is a former wrestler named Jinx, played by Nick Offerman, who trained for 7 months to learn how to wrestle.
Yeah, what Nick Offerman has been saying about professional wrestling has been giving it more credibility than it has in years because he appreciates the art form and the profession so much.
And he does a great job, actually.
Nice.
And then her mom is Michelle Pfeiffer, who is actually about to get married to Greg Kinnear, who's a little bit of a Bible-thumping person.
I'm glad both. Casting both of them, too.
Right?
These are great names I haven't seen on the screen in a while.
And then Nicole Kidman is the lawyer who's trying to handle Elle Fanning's custody case, and she's a former wrestler that used to have a thing with Nick Offerman.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
look at
them.
You can see it, too, in their professional wrestling outfits and whatnot.
Yeah.
I did see a still shot of Nicole Kidman as a wrestler too, and I was like, she's wrestling now too, man.
Yeah, she looks fantastic.
But I will tell you, Beef, this one is definitely for you because Elle Fanning is topless a lot.
That makes sense.
Oh.
Yes.
I'll say less.
She's an OnlyFans creator, so that's great too.
Yes.
Yeah. So another reason why, damn it, I'm going to have to pay for Apple TV now.
It's worth it though.
It's a really sweet story. And I think, and when I was talking to the author, I just said, I love these non-traditional family, not 2.5 kids, whatever, like people who love each other, who support each other, who have different jobs, who, it's a realistic look at a lot of what it's like to pay rent and try and figure how to put food on the table.
Yes.
I know. Yeah. That's the reason why I have an OnlyFans page, Same.
I thought that was no fans page.
You're talking about my actual Instagram, you son of a bitch. Herb Stratford, everybody. We're keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Wrap things up with a beef tip after this. Rock 102.1 KFMA. What a strong way to end a segment.
You give him so much.
Thank you, Mari.
He can dish it out here and there. I support it.
That's crazy.
You just said he's been around for 75 years in the old Pueblo.
I just said I can't wait to see him in his new movie, The Mummy. As the Mummy.
This is why I love coming in on these random Fridays because I know the two of you. Like I love it.
I love this guy, but okay. Oh, it's good. Okay, you got me.
Patrick Herb out here throwing haymakers.
Yeah.
You sitting at home just writing up zingers and stuff to throw out when you get a chance?
That's why I took 2 weeks off. Yeah, no. No, so there's 2 other things we want to mention really quick, though. So Normal is the Bob Odenkirk movie about a sheriff in a small town. The small town is much more complicated than you think. Henry Winkler plays the mayor. I had a chance to talk to Bob Odenkirk. It's on my YouTube channel.
Well, that's a huge get.
He was great, and his brother lives in Oro Valley, so he actually did a shout out to Oro Valley on air.
All right,
nice.
He mentions Tucsonans. I mean, it was a fun interview. So that's a fun ride. Just a crazy. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's worth a look. It's sort of completing his transition from comedy guy to sleazy lawyer to action star, right? Because the writer is the writer who wrote a bunch of John Wick movies, and he also wrote Nobody, which was the other film where he was an action guy. So
love that. Yeah,
anyway, that's great.
We'll have to pull that up too. I mean, shit, I wish we had more time. It's like we're running out of time, but it's like between Paul Walter Hauser and Bob Odenkirk, you've been on a tear.
I am.
Are you making shorts yet?
No.
This is why I gotta give him shit, Mari. This guy is talking to A-level like celebrities now and can be blowing up the YouTube page to get more subscribers than us. But instead, I'm gonna rip off his content. I'm gonna post it on my page, and we're gonna blow up. So because he's on the show, and technically it all ties together.
I was out of town for a week. I'm gonna get to it. But the other one is The Audacity, which is a new show on AMC. It's like The Sopranos meets Silicon Valley.
Ooh.
Okay, it's very good. It's from one of the producers of Succession. Okay,
nice.
Okay.
So it's very well done. It's got a killer cast. I interviewed most of the cast on the YouTube channel.
There's no shorts, so you don't know.
It is. It's got Simon Helberg and all. Billy Magnuson is great. It's just a really great story about sort of these tech guys that are just a hot mess, and they're psychiatrists, right? Zach Galifianakis is in it. It's just a really wonderful show.
Tell me you talked to Zach Galifianakis.
I did not.
Good, because I would literally jump across this desk and tackle you right now.
I did not, and I wish I did because he's got the gardening show coming out next week that it's so wonderful. So Zach is on a tear as well. Lots of good stuff. But yeah, The Audacity is pretty nuts.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, and when I talked to them about it, I said, so, when I pitched them The Sopranos meets Silicon Valley, they're like, yeah, that's actually pretty spot on. And they said, this is like the next evolution of the series Silicon Valley, which was very sort of comedic, right? You guys remember it was all the coders and they were sort of goofy and trying to figure it out. They're like, this is later. This is like years later when Silicon Valley, you see who these guys really are.
Right.
They're not good people. They're not sweet, funny people who are thinking they're going to change the world. They're awful people.
They're awful people with a ton of money.
Yeah, and so it's just very funny. Of course, Billy has a Hummer because of course he would, but it's an electric Hummer. So people are yelling at him, hey, you're a douche or whatever, and he's just like, it's electric. So it's a very funny series, really worth your time. There's no nudity, sorry, Beef.
That's all right. No, this is on AMC. It's Herb Stratford talking about The Odyssey dropping on AMC right now. It's a brand new series starring Zach Galifianakis. It looks fantastic. And then another movie that we talked about on the stream was Normal, and that stars Bob Odenkirk. And I'm sure you've been seeing press on that. Bob Odenkirk continues to showcase his talent and pick excellent projects as well. So there's a lot of good options happening this weekend. So I'm glad that this was a week that you came by and it wasn't a bunch of like stinkers that we had to pretend to care about.
It's true. And next week is very busy as well. This is that spring period where everything bunches up before all the big blockbusters come out.
Yeah, which I'm excited about the blockbusters too. I mean, I'm ready for all that, and maybe I'm basic, but it's like give me some more popcorn flicks right now. I mean, I was tempted to go see Super Mario Brothers by myself, which I would have felt very weird. Dude, you should have hit me up, man. Bro date.
We should have.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I wanted to take the boys when they were on their spring break, but like it just didn't work out. And I was like, I think I'm just gonna go by myself.
Yeah, no, just hit me up. I'm right down the road. I know it does look fun. All right. Well, we're almost out of time, unfortunately. It's WrestleMania weekend. This will be the first WrestleMania that I probably don't watch in its entirety because I won't pay. How are you going to watch it?
Dude, I have a friend's
login. Okay.
You know my hack. I know a lot of people.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I guess that's the beef tip, right?
Make friends based on who has logins.
Right.
Yeah. In this world of technology, everything can technically be free if you think creatively and go work around. And I guess I shouldn't say that on commercial radio, but you should follow Herb Stratford on on YouTube, Arts and Culture Guy. This guy is talking to A-list celebrities on the regular, and the internet doesn't know about it because he's terrible at SEO and doing shorts. So do our friend Herb a favor and follow Herb Stratford arts and culture guy on YouTube. And while you're there, you can follow me at BFegan. And I'd like to thank everyone for being on the show today. Danny Martin, excellent muralist, doing great work there. Also, Electric Callboy, fantastic band. And that was a fun conversation if you missed it. Maury, Weirdo, love you guys. Thanks for coming in. Herb, you're okay. We'll be back on Monday. It's going to be 420. All right. And we have a 420 super show galore. I got some special friends stopping by for that. And we have some, we'll be talking up American Gladiators with some of the stars from American Gladiators. Well,
I started watching it. It's very interesting.
Dude, yeah, I'm excited about it because it has like wrestling connections. There's so many different former pro wrestlers there. And we'll be talking with Jesse Goddard, who was a professional wrestler and also former Big Brother contestant.
And The Miz is the host.
I know, dude. It's wrestling all over the place. Wrestling's taking over the world, as you could tell, and WrestleMania is just another example of that. All right, but that's all the time we have. So don't forget to check out that and join us for 420 on Monday. But till then, I do have a 4-pack of Pima County Fair wristband tickets that I didn't give away today. So if you want those tickets and a 4-pack of wristbands for unlimited rides on Wednesday, the 22nd, be caller number 69 right now, 600 KFMA, 605-362, and we'll kick off your weekend with a big win. I'll see you at the Roadrunners games this weekend. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish
there we go.
upon a side of beef, soon will come and end to all your grief. But
even
if
you, Herb,
been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.